I think we have an argument about this all the time. I am so quick to tell you the things that I don't like in our relationship.
Yes.
I don't waste time.
Though I love you very much, we are two different people. And there's no way that you can be my every single thing.
I don't want to be your everything.
Yeah.
It puts burden on my existence. If you leave toothpaste uncapped,
Oh my
which is my current struggle with you right now, I'm going to tell you about that.
The not closing, guys, he's talking about the toothpaste. And you know, the cap of the toothpaste, you can close it.
It's terrible. Don't
or you can
justify
leave it open.
No, you cannot. If it's meant to be open, there's not going to be a cap on it. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode on Jollof and
Kompa.
How was your week?
My week was good. It was a massive week for me, guys. In the last episode, I talked about prepping for the week-long event at my job. It's a kickoff event just to start the new year, to align our teams. And I had 2 sessions to speak and present for or at. And they both went extremely well, but it was a lot of preparation. Like, it was a short week because we had a holiday.
Yeah.
And then, and then Tuesday was like kickoff for everyone at the office. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was individual sessions with sales and CS.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was my first time doing the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then my first time speaking in front of, colleagues and things like that in that sort of setting. So a lot of preparation, but they both went extremely well. We got a lot of feedback through our manager. People went to our manager. A lot of people said that our session on Thursday was their favorite session of the whole week, which is great.
Nice?
Yeah. We even had a game. And then my personal session that was just me on Friday, I did like a movement activity and exercise. And I'm so glad that you gave me advice about how long to do it. Yeah. Because, leaving it up to me, I would turn it into a whole session.
You know what? Let me tell you where the idea, sorry, don't mean to cut you off, but let me tell you where the idea of me suggesting that you cut back on the time comes from. When you used to teach dance classes in Atlanta, you would have these people do like a 15 minutes workout before the dance.
Because that's how dance classes are structured, though.
Yes, for professional dancers, for like people that do it every day for a living. A decent chunk of the people that attended your classes, they're just people that want to get out of the house, away from their kids and husbands or whatever, and just do something for themselves. They don't want a gym session. They would just want to dance and sweat. It doesn't even have to be like perfect or anything like that. So, and I've sat in on you doing the training. Yeah. And you spend the first 10, 15 minutes of them walking across the floor. It's like,
babe, that's how you structure a dance class, though.
Well, as somebody that is not a professional dancer but
they're coming for the dance instructor, though, huh?
See, that's the thing. I genuinely think you miscategorize your audience.
It was for people who are not professional dancers.
Yes, exactly.
But they're still gonna get.
They don't need it.
They did.
They just need it. I'm being honest. They just need enough for them to not sprain something on their body because they are doing all the.
But I don't want it to be a Zumba class.
It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that you spend a chunk part of the class not doing the routine because of course you have professional training in like dancing and all of that, and you bring that into that atmosphere. But that's not what these people are looking for. Because they're just regular day people, babe. They don't care about the floor routine and how many minutes of movement. No, they just want to dance.
But it's all preparation, babe. I did it strategically so that the things that we do across the floor are the things that they're not seeing for the first time when we get to the combination.
Oh, that's fair. Anyway, it's fair. No, I see your point. It's fair. But what I was going to say was that's where that came about. When I said, don't, because you can go overboard. Not everybody's sweating. People are like,
they're tired.
Yeah, when with this thing here and you've lost the crowd before you even start the presentation. But congrats on the whole thing going well.
Thank you.
I know you put in a lot of effort in.
I did.
Yeah.
Even on the holiday while I was at the salon, I was working on my slides. But no, it was massively successful. Very grateful and honored for the opportunity. Went there, prayed up, and it was amazing. So that was a big part of my week. I was barely in the house.
Oh yeah, I was single.
You were.
It's okay. I mean, I don't. It's
And
honestly.
tell me, how did you feel? That's the first time that I've been like out of the house, but local, but doing a ton of work events. Like I had a dinner, we had a gala. Like I was out and about all week.
I mean, it was.
You were a bachelor this week.
I was. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I'm kind of used to being like just running the house by myself. I don't think it's not a shock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't. It wasn't deep, extremely deep like that.
But you missed me though.
Of course, but it's not like. Of course, I miss you, but it's not like I'm like. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah. I
So,
felt a little bad though. I was like, dang.
oh, you should.
I did feel bad because I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner for free.
And then guess what? You want to come back home and tell me about, we had half that. I don't care. Don't tell me about
honestly,
it.
we need to go to that place because it's very nice. 60 Vines
Yeah.
in North Hills. We should go.
Yeah, but then you want to come back and tell me you had salmon and all this. I don't care. I just drank
Wine.
I just drank some rubbish food for lunch. Don't ask me.
I tried to make up for it though yesterday
Oh, by getting
us some lunch.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was nice. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad your stuff went well. Hopefully that gave you like the limelight.
I definitely think it did. It gave me a lot of visibility to other people who've never seen me before. They're like, "How long have you been here?" I'm like, 4 years. They're like, "Huh? I've never seen you." I was like, "I have been in and out, to be fair."
Yeah.
But it was a great opportunity career-wise for sure. So I'm happy it went well.
That's good. I feel like presentations, when they go well, it's like a feather on your. Is it a feather on your shoulder? Is that the phrase? Like, a feather on your cap. Yeah.
I've never heard that phrase. A feather on your cap?
Yes.
A feather on your cap.
Yes. For a military person, you should know that.
A feather on your cap?
Yes.
No.
Okay. This is why I have the laptop next to me.
No one has ever said.
Relax now.
A feather on your cap.
A feather?
If you've heard of a feather on your cap, say so.
A feather on your cap, meaning an achievement to be proud of. Google?
First for everything.
A feather on your cap. It's in your cap or in one's cap. Maybe not in one's cap, but it signifies like when you dress up for ceremonial purpose. Do you guys not do it in your military where you have like some sort of feather based on like a red or something?
No.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But yeah, when presentation goes well, it's like a feather in your cap. It's something that you've achieved that you should be proud of.
Definitely proud. And I'm only 6 months into this role and I had 2 presentations.
Yeah, that's
nice.
nice.
The company, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm sure your boss is like, I'm so glad that I hired this person.
Yeah.
There's been several instances where people go back to after you've led a meeting or after you've had a presentation or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, Alexis, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's nice. That's nice. It reminded me of, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, somebody sent an email to my boss. Not my boss, actually. They sent an email to my team.
About?
They sent it to the cleanups team. And they were like, we've done this thing, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. We've been able to do this thing, the whole thing. And then at the end of the email, they were like, and all of this was done by me. They mentioned my name, and because he had gone the extra mile to do XYZ. And then they sent that out, and everybody was like, "Oh, thank you so much for all you do." Blah 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 blah. And then they forgot to copy my boss, my direct manager, and then they forwarded it to my manager, and they said, "I forgot to include you in this, but I just want you to know that this is XYZ." And that felt good. I like to think I don't like people praising me, but since I started working in corporate America, I think that's the only way to move forward. Praise me.
Yeah.
Honor my name.
It matters.
Glorify my work. No, but it does matter.
It matters. Yeah. So thank the Lord. God is good all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
God is good. But you think I wouldn't know the response?
No, just need you to back me up.
Okay, all the time. Oh yeah.
Okay, how was your week?
It was good. We had that holiday. It was really good, so that made it a short week. But I worked.
Busy.
I worked. my employer got every single cent out of me this week.
Yeah,
I
you're busy.
worked, bro.
Yeah.
I worked. I was irritated by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because this is one thing about me. When I'm working, my job requires a lot of focus. So, and I, like the rest of the world, my attention span is not very great. But when I get into the zone and I'm doing what I'm doing, I get in, right?
Yeah.
And then it's not uncommon for somebody to say, hey, sorry to interrupt. Well, then don't.
Right.
So I got a lot of that, and I had to change. As a matter of fact, during the week, I had to go change my status to like busy,
Yeah.
like do not disturb.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like not looked unpleasantly in my industry, because like people want to reach out to you at any time. But I was busy. It was
Yeah.
So I guess that's also part of reasons why like I didn't feel it too much that you were gone. Yeah, like you were gone all week or whatever, because
Yeah.
the way you were busy, I was also busy on my hand. So it
Yeah.
wasn't overly terrible. But it's nice. Yeah, it wasn't just work. And okay.
What?
I played FIFA
Oh.
and I have a long-standing rivalry
Yeah.
with one of my senior friend. Like
Yeah.
his older is like a friend, but he's older than me.
Yeah.
And I have never won.
You think he'll fill away if we say his name?
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But actually
He knows.
he knows. If you're watching Dr. Pyros, it is what it is, man. Because he follows us, he's
Yeah.
probably gonna watch. But this week, what had happened was I started playing, and I was getting beaten by everybody that I played with. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just by myself. And then he sent me a message like, he sent me an invite to come to his lobby. I was like, yeah, bet, what could go wrong? I joined his lobby. We played. He said, let me just beat you because I'm bored. I said, sure. Like, you can't kill a dead man. I'm dead already. So, but he
Wait,
didn't
babe,
know.
you also have to give context to the people that typically when you play
It
Dr.
beats
Pius,
me all the time.
he does not win.
It destroys me every single time. Right. So,
Yes.
sure. I said, okay, let's play.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't want to stay up too long. Just best of 3. We're good. I said, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Best of 3. First game, we drew. I was like, oh, dang. And he's using his best team. He uses Arsenal all the time. He's so good at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, sure. Second game, 6-4.
Oh,
Me, I won 6-4 against Dr. Pius. I was reading all the Psalms in my head.
yeah.
Third game, 6-4.
Wow.
He said, oh, yeah, you did what today? I said, thank you. He said, let's just play one. I said, never.
No.
I will see you in the next 10 months.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Legend, fam.
I know. I hope I can make a shot out of this. How I would. And send it to him personally. But yeah, that's like, honestly, that's the highlight
That's
of
the
my week.
highlight of your week.
Yeah.
Funny. I'm
Yeah.
glad you ended it on a high.
I know.
know?
Yeah. But yeah, that's my week.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing that I want us to talk about in this episode
Yeah.
is the concept of whether married people should be each other's everything. It's not uncommon for you to see somebody say, oh, he's my everything, he's my all.
Yeah. 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 Yes. It sounds so nice romantically, you know?
Yeah.
You're
So
my
I do want us to talk about it. And
We should.
what everything means in the practical sense of it. What does that even mean?
Right.
Right? Like, what does it mean when somebody says my everything? And how do you, because it's like what is it? It could become very complicated where you're not their everything and then you're not their anything. There has to be a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So first, let us kind of like talk about that. Like, what does it mean to be somebody's
Everything.
like? Can you maybe
To me, it means that they are your one source of, they're your source of friendship, they're your source of joy, they're your source of peace, they're your source of relaxation, they're your safe space. Like, they are everything that you need. You know?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me when that statement
When
is
somebody
said.
says is my everything.
Is my everything. Like, I don't need nobody else
Yeah.
type thing. That's how that feels to me.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the statement.
Or you think it shouldn't be?
No. Because practically, like, walking it out, though I love you very much, we are two different people. And there's no way that you can be my every single thing.
It's stressful.
You know?
I don't want to be your everything.
Yeah.
It puts burden on my existence.
Yeah. It's like you're two different people. You have two different things that give you joy. You're just made differently. And so practically it's impossible for your partner to be everything. You know? And I think about just our interests. So, and I think that's why having friendship groups is important because, for instance, I'm thinking about how we are when we go on vacation. Like when we went to Savannah. You don't want to stay out. You don't like to stay outside. Right? And I have my bursts of energy where like I can be out to 2 a.m. And let's rally.
I don't like that too, but yeah.
and he does not like that.
I do not, yeah.
But I've been that way before you met me. I'm still that way now.
Yeah.
And so having different friendship groups, it's like I can
get that from them.
I can get that from them. So like I'm thinking about my birthday trip. It's going to be all women because I know that we can stay outside together. You know what I'm saying? And I can fill my cup in that way with those group of people.
Yeah.
So practically it's not realistic to believe that your partner can be everything to me.
Yeah.
Just because you're two different people and they're not a perfect person. And I think that's maybe where like polyamory comes from. They're looking for, they're looking how to satisfy.
I think we're talking about this yesterday, right? We're talking about the fact that, so.
Because you can't get it from one person. So like, you know what?
I follow.
Let me pick from this person.
I follow like this show. It's like, it's a show about like polyamorous people. And it's like a nice story. It's not, I mean.
The one that I call your poly show?
There, I couldn't remember the name of the show, but it's a nice show, okay? Don't judge it. It's like a YouTube show and it's nice. And because you see like flaws in relationship. But the premise of it is like married people dating other people. And the excuse that they've always presented, not the excuse, or the justification to explain this lifestyle is the fact that one person cannot be your everything. Like you should be able to get something from other people, like the things that you need to have a fulfilled life or something. I don't want to use fulfilled. It sounds very scriptural. The things that you need to have a full life, you can get it from one person. So therefore you're allowed to go tap from other people, which is not wrong. It's just the romantic aspect of it that is very questionable. Yeah. So I agree with you. I cannot possibly be everything that you need. And when people say that, if we're dating and you say on a date and you say, oh yeah, I just want somebody that will be my everything, we're not going to have a second date. Because now I know you have attachment issues. And then you call me, I don't pick up, you think I'm somebody's everything somewhere, and then it becomes a problem. You know?
I definitely think it can become unhealthy very quickly.
Yeah. But then how do you find a balance though? I think that's the thing that I do. How do you, because there are also people, let's be fair. We've had the conversation about like you can't be everybody's everything. But then there are also people that are just indifferent about their partner's existence. I think that's one of the things that I worry about in life. Like,
I definitely think you have to give your partner a level of access to you or a level of respect that no one else has, right? Like there has to be a separation between your friendship groups and your partner. Like there should be different rules of engagement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, so I see what you're saying. There should be, even though you're getting your cup filled in some domains that your partner is not able to be the person to help you fill that cup, right? There should be some certain traits of like specialness to the things that you guys do together to support each other, to fill each other's cup, right?
Right.
For example, I like talking about politics. If I see somebody that has a head on their shoulder to talk about politics, you don't like talking about politics, right? You try to listen and then I get frustrated because I'm just listening. You're not telling me anything, right? So that's like an example. Like I can engage in a conversation like that with somebody else that is not you, and it's going to be a very deep, like meaningful conversation about politics, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a common example. I like talking about like you're gonna engage me, like you're gonna listen sometimes, but you're not really helping the conversation.
Yeah.
For politics, for example.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, I think, for example, you gave an example of like the dance thing. No, like going outside thing, and I don't like that. Like I don't think anything godly happens after 12 a.m. It's true. I don't think anything godly happens outside after 12 a.m.
Yeah.
You want to do that, right?
On occasion.
Babe,
you know?
You would do it every week if you have the platform to do it, not
That's
occasions.
Not true.
I promise
Babe,
you.
I also have a limited social battery, so no,
I'm saying
I would
once per
not
week.
do it.
Babe, you
every
go out
week.
once per week. If you are, let's say like if you're with your people, you said you would not. When you were deployed, every opportunity that you had to go out,
It wasn't once a week.
it's not because you didn't have the opportunity. But when the opportunity presented itself,
Because I had a
you
good
out.
because I had a good break of time between the last time.
Yeah, so my point is that if you had the opportunity,
I wouldn't do it every week.
You probably will.
I wouldn't.
Why would you not? What makes you think you would not?
Because I'd be tired.
It's just once per week, Friday nights, drink. Babe, you remember when you wanted to actually have a whole weekly engagement with one of our friends and you say like, let's do like a drinky Thursday or whatever.
Oh yeah, see, it never happened.
Yeah, but I know, of course, it died. But I'm saying I'm just saying that to say that if you have the environment and the right people around, you would go out once in a week at night till 2 a.m.
No, I don't think so.
Sure.
Once a month.
Sure.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Babe, but I couldn't do every week.
Babe, you will do it. Yeah, sure. Let's not derail what we're trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is that there's always gonna be that lapse in like relationship where you can get everything from somebody. But also one thing that worries me, what I was trying to say, one thing that worries me is that there's a thin line between like not being everything for somebody, being cautious of that, and people recognizing that, and then also somebody not being anything for their partner. And then you touch on that by saying there has to be like a special touch in your relationship with the person that you're partnered with, something like that.
For sure.
So how do you think like drawing that boundary? What does that look like? Like how do you know you're not swaying towards the far right or far left? You know, like how do you?
I think you just have to keep tabs on how often you're going to your partner for things or why you're going to other people for things and not your partner. Like you have to be very self-aware when it comes to how you're engaging with other people. You know, like just like you said, it can be easy to slip into like an emotional attachment.
Oh yeah.
A situationship. Wait, what was it when Jada's thing was going around?
It's situationship.
Was it? No, an entanglement.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It was an entanglement.
Well, situationship was all part of the phrases anyway.
Yeah, but like it can get
Entangled.
Yes, you can be on a slippery slope if you're not aware of how you're engaging with other people. So that's why you have to, I believe you have to have rules of engagement. Your partner should have a different level of access to you
as compared to other people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also maybe like,
and you're not sharing everything with everybody as far as like what's going on in your relationship and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I also think like it's fine to go and have somebody that I talk to about like politics or like immigration because you don't care about any of that. I mean, you care, but it doesn't affect you deeply. Like you're not gonna know like new laws and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it's nice to have all of that, right? But the counterbalance to all of that is that I still have those conversations with you, even though you're not like it doesn't serve you any purpose, right? I still try to have those conversations with you because at the end of the day, one thing I hate really is being in a situation where like somebody will feel like somebody that is not my wife will feel like we have something special that we share.
Right.
I don't ever want that. Like,
right.
If I ever find myself in that territory, there's a crack in the wall.
Buddy. Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, so our co-answer is that no, married people should not be each other's everything.
Right.
We are allowed to go fill our cup. That doesn't sound very ethical. That does not sound
You're
good.
allowed to have
conversations with other people about things that your partner cannot.
But you don't want to set the expectation that your partner has to be everything for you. Because it's exhausting for them.
It puts a load of stress on the other person. I don't want to be
like you should still have a level of independence.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be completely, what's the word? Interdependent?
Codependent. Codependence.
I think it's maybe codependent.
Yeah. I think I'm right. Codependence. I think, yeah. So now, so we're both agreed on that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. That's the one thing I wanted us to talk about, really. Like the idea of like, married people being their everything and how you see, and social media made it seem like that. Like that's what you need. Social media kind of, we're cooked, bro. Social media, I'm serious. Social media made it seem like it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's true. Yeah. You know, I genuinely don't. Like, it's exhausting. It's
like, do you not have the ability to build other friendships outside of your partner? Yeah. I think I saw a clip online of, I think they're married, a couple. And they were like, name your biggest insecurity or something. And the husband was like, I don't have any other friends.
Oh, yeah.
All I have is you. And that's scary.
Yes. I don't ever want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at some point now we should talk about like, should your friends be my friends by default? I have that on my list. Maybe some other time we'll talk about it.
This one is more of going to be a conversation because it's not, am I the asshole, or what's the other thing that we do? Am I overreacting? It explains a situation that a wife is feeling.
Okay.
And we can dissect why she's feeling that way, how we can avoid putting our partners in the same situation. And give her some empathy too. Okay. So the title of her post is I Hate Marriage.
Oh, that's... Oh,
yeah. It's going to be a little bleak. Okay, here we go.
That's scary.
She said, I hate marriage. I hate that I gave up my career to be a stay-at-home mom. I hate that my husband took all the free time for himself to the point where I have it in my journal that I went 426 days without a break from my firstborn. Oof. I hate that since becoming a wife and mother, I now do not have time for my own doctor's appointments or haircuts. I do not have time to do my nails or shave my legs. I do not have time for anything because I'm the only person helping to run a 3,200 square foot home. I'm the only person mowing the backyard. I'm the only person cleaning toilets and floors. I have to ask my husband about 20 times just to get his help with cleaning one item like a stove. I hate that I am still expected to give him sex and he gets angry if I don't give it. I hate that this is my life. When I get out of this, I will never date a man again. This was a trap. Wow. Bleak. Right? And I feel for her. It's a lot of resentment.
Yeah.
And it's like, where did it go wrong?
Oh, man.
You know?
I don't know, bro. I feel like a part of me is like, maybe the husband does not know.
What?
I'm telling you. Alexis,
what do you mean he doesn't know? So he's just oblivious that he's not doing shit and she's doing everything?
Babe. This is me being the devil's advocate. Okay. I mean, it's sad, right?
Yes.
But what are the chances that she has championed all of this without easing out the burden on the husband?
What burden is he having?
I'm saying without letting go of this burden on the husband.
Like sharing that she's feeling this way?
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I'm in this house, for example, and I feel like I'm doing too much, like I feel like I'm stressed all the time. I'm carrying the burden that is for everybody in this house. I'm taking care of the children, blah, 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 blah. The first thing I want to do is have a conversation about it and be like, yo,
what the hell?
Carry your weight, bro.
Yeah,
you got to do some things in this house.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and bring forth some ideas for us to have some structure.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I would do after having conversation. No, maybe not structure. First, I have a conversation about it, see where you are. If it's consistent, that you're not trying to make effort to be better, we're going to have a structure where we'll have a timetable on the fridge, right? This is what you do on Monday. This is what I do on Monday, right? If that does not work, right? And then that's messed up because now we're going to have to abandon the things in the house. Like, for example, the lawn, I'm not cutting that. I'm literally going to walk past it full and whatever we pay the fine that HOA is giving us. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would do things to keep us alive, but not things to keep us joyful.
Oh.
Yeah, I would do the basic things. Like, for example, like joyful is you.
Like, because you're overburdened, you're only going to do the things that we need to survive and not anything extra.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's his responsibility to be observant?
I mean, yes, of course. I'm not excusing that, right? But I'm saying like it's on her too. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing all of this to the point where you're now deeply resentful about your life? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there has to be a conversation. You can't just go from doing it to saying, I hate this life.
Or she's been doing it for, she said 426 days. So that's a year. It's over a year.
Well, she said she had it in her diary that she had to take care of the child for over a year.
Yeah.
So she's probably been doing it for more than that. And yeah, I think we have an argument about this all the time. I am so quick to tell you the things that I don't like in our relationship.
Yes.
I don't waste time. No, it's true, because from my perspective, right, this is my life. It's not like I plan on doing version 2.0 or version 3.0. Yeah. This is just version 1.0.
Yeah.
We can do different versions. We can have version 1.10, getting better at it, right?
Yeah.
But this is it.
Yeah.
So what that means to me is that if you leave toothpaste uncapped, which is my current struggle with you right now, I'm going to tell you about that.
The not closing, guys, he's talking about the toothpaste. And you know, the cap of the toothpaste, you can close it.
It's terrible. Don't
or you can
justify
leave it open.
No, you cannot. If it's meant to be open, there's not going to be a cap on it.
Have I never closed it? See, that's one of the things I don't notice.
You don't pay attention to it. It bothers me so much, bro.
A small.
Yeah, and then you have to paste dot all over the can.
Yeah.
Anyway, different episode. but the point being that I'm quick, really.
You think she didn't at any point?
I'm not. I think she probably did, because then she said something about, it takes me like 20 times to get into
ask
one
him
thing.
For help.
Yeah, but it's different, babe. It's very different. Asking for help is different from setting down the rules of engagement, as far as this is what you're doing and this is bad and this is the outcome of this thing. This is how this thing is impacting me. You know, I think people can get used to the idea. If you, for example, you drive me to work every day, and without telling me that you don't like driving me to work.
But this is what I think. I think it's hard. I think it could be part of guilt as well. Like, maybe I should be happy doing these things. And maybe because I don't like it, there's something wrong with me.
Like a gender role kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's good. That's
you know
good.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, but then how you can't blame me for that though. Like, you can't blame the spouse for that. I mean, you should be helpful. You should definitely help your spouse. I mean, if you both have a child together, it's not our child, it's our child.
Right.
To the point where she's taking care of the lawn and all of that. That's a lot. Right.
I want to know what the husband is doing while she's doing all of this.
Maybe he brings in the paycheck. But then if the paycheck is large enough, large being the key word, which can justify not doing chores. 100%, let me land. If I make, say, $500,000 per year, I'm not cutting my own grass.
Okay.
I for sure
then you should
somebody
put measures
that comes
in place.
into the house. That's what I mean. Like, I have somebody that comes into the house do the lawn. I have somebody that comes into the house and clean at least once or twice in a month. Right.
So maybe they're not making that much.
That's what I'm saying. The check is not large enough. And if your check is not large enough, you have to fill up for that gap by doing stuff in the house. You know what I'm saying? If you're maybe he's living as if his check is large enough, but the check is not. That's where the wife like, hey, thank you for making money, but you don't make enough, so therefore go wash the dishes. Something like that.
Yeah.
I should be a marriage counselor, guys. No, I'm good. See, I fixed the family problem.
No, babe. No, but also the other added layer that she doesn't want to be at home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't want to be at home.
Yeah, I think women just get like the short end of the stick, bro. literally have to sacrifice. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
And I'm thinking about myself. It's like, I think I could do it for a season or seasons, but like just forever from here on out, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't think that would work for me.
I don't think it will work for me either as the husband, because let's be honest. I think we've talked about this before. Like, there's no way I'm marrying somebody that wants to stay at home. No, I mean, thank you for giving birth to the child. Thank you for carrying that burden, but thank you also for having a career because we need the money. I don't want to work till I'm like 75. Jesus, no. And that only works if both of us work for a decent period of time, and then we can both like stop working and enjoy the rest of our life that we have together.
Yeah, I could see myself like taking a year off and then going back for 5. And then taking another one.
You don't have that luxury.
Why not?
There's no way. If you really want to have children, at least 2, right?
Yeah.
You don't have 5 years in between them. Had 5, 10 to your age. You'll be a geriatric. You'll be in the obstetrician journals of medicine.
But let's say we do the first 2 like back to back.
That's all that is. There's nothing like first. Talking about first 2, we
are only 2.
That's all
back
there
to
is.
Back, right. And then I stay at home for how long?
You really want to like not work like beyond like FMLA or whatever it is that people get? You don't want to work?
I could see myself being like,
babe, you have such a chill job right now. Not chill, but you have such a flexible job right now. That's FMLA and such. You can piece all of your PTOs together to get to 6 months. But
this is what's going to be different about my transition out of the military. Being in the military, I've been able to have those breaks from working my like civilian job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've been able to take 4 months here.
But they're not breaks, so you're still working. It's just a different kind of job.
Yeah, but it's not like I haven't worked a civilian job
back to back for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could see myself being like, I need to do something else for 6 months.
Well, when you see the bills, you realize that I feel like you are in such a very nice place as far as your job is concerned. So much so that there's a huge amount of flexibility built into your job right now.
It's true.
So
actually, if anyone needs a job,
don't dox yourself by talking about the company you work for.
I'm not. But I was telling you the referral.
Oh yeah, that's 2,500. Yeah, that's
nice.
Yeah. No, I almost want to make like a second resume and put my first and middle name and then get the job and then get fired and then it comes back to you.
No,
I'm sure there's a condition where you get like you only get the money after 1 year.
Yeah, they probably have to stay for like a certain period of time.
Yeah, but so I feel bad for those couple. That's sad.
It's sad, man.
I think the key thing that I'm picking up from there is that like
I think it's fixable though.
It is if somebody's willing to step up, aka the husband.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is that like communication. You cannot over communicate in marriage. I've seen that like over here. Like people say, "Oh, you don't." Like, dude, I'm gonna over communicate. I don't know. There might be consequences for it. Of course, I think I've gotten into trouble with you for over communicating. Where like I'm like, I could have avoided this headache by not saying shit. But I think I've been in that. You're like, oh my god, why did
just let it slide, man?
Yeah. But I think the benefit of over communicating outweighs the downside of it. I'd rather over communication or communication in general is missing. Yo, bro, sit down. I don't like that. And we need to get a nanny for this child because I want to go back to working.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you make. I want to have a career of my own. Because now things fall apart. God forbid, things fall apart. You're 35 or whatever. But as far as like growth is concerned, financially, career-wise, you're like 18 because you're just starting afresh. Like they get divorced in court, whatever. You're starting from ground zero. I don't want to do that. If I don't, God forbid, if we separate, God forbid, I don't ever want you to be in that situation where
I have to start from ground zero.
Like it would break me because I would know that like somebody's living with more, like they're living much more worse than they started the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I think partners should work on that. Like,
Yeah.
don't anticipate like divorce, but also make sure that you carry each other, that you are both going up, such that nobody's left behind in such a way that, like, even not forget divorce. Somebody dies, like somebody drops dead all of a sudden. The insurance money can only go so far, right?
Right.
You have to start looking for a job now. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough.
Well, okay. So let's wrap that. That was deep. It started to get sad.
Well, you ended on with a partner dying, so.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe we can cut that part out. What am I thankful for this week? I am very much thankful for my relationship with my father. It has grown, bro.
And can I take credit for some of this?
You can.
Because when we met,
it was
a lot of tension.
It never existed. Every call that once the month call that we have, it ends up at us backing at each other.
Yeah. And I was like, this is not right. Yeah. Like, you have to work on this. Yeah. You can't be at odds with your dad.
Yeah. You did a great job of, like, I think you did an amazing job of making me see the possibility that it's fixable. And I also think getting married and growing as a person also made, like, being in a relationship, a lifetime relationship, right? Also made me see that this is just life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are some things that as a young person I can never wrap my head around. And now that I'm married, I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So, but that's one thing I'm very grateful for this week. I think myself and my dad, we spoke twice in the week. I think we spoke on the weekend, and then he called me yesterday, and it was a very, like, long, meaningful call. He had some things confused. I explained to him, and then he was like, oh yeah, I understand, that makes sense, blah, 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 blah. And I genuinely feel like that's something to be grateful for, because he didn't have that kind of relationship with his dad. And one thing I've always been worried about as far as, like, my life is concerned is I don't want the pattern that my parents and grandparents had in marriage or in a relationship with their father. I don't want that to be the same thing that I have. So
yeah,
that's what I'm grateful for this week.
That's good. Mine is most immediate as far as what I experienced this week, or most connected to what I experienced this week, which is I'm grateful for the faith and the dependency that I have on God. Because multiple times throughout this week for the sessions that I did, the feedback that I got from people was like, oh, like, you're a natural public speaker. Like, you should, Maddie was like, you should have a class about public speaking. I'm like, guys, like, before these events, all of my strength and my ability to have courage and to do the things that I do well, I do it because I know that I can't do it on my own. Like, I don't have this assumption that it's all me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for that dependency because, 1, it keeps me humble. 2, it's the truth. And 3, it shows other people that
what your source is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Because I was
good.
like, how do I say the last one?
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that. And it keeps me grounded too, you know? So I'm just grateful that I know how I'm doing things and why I do it.
Yeah. It's not like, you're not taking it for granted that, oh, it's normal.
Yeah.
I've been doing this all my life. I can go in there and crush it. One thing that I want to chip in on that is that we grew up differently. We were on the call the other night, I think it was on Wednesday. You were talking with your parents, your mom, and then your dad was on the call. And they were both like hyping you up. Your mom was like, you've been prepared for this all your life, blah, blah, blah. Your dad was like, well, I don't think about it like that. Think of everybody wear their pants the same way, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That would never happen in my family. I didn't grow up around that. You know, like, if I tell my father I'm doing presentation, he'll be like, well, don't ruin the family name. No, so...
and I love my parents for that too, because I can always call them and be like, hey, I need you guys to pray for me. I need you to be locked in because I have this big thing coming up. And they always cover me, which is great.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the episode, like the video, subscribe,
and share,
weigh in, put stuff in the comments, and we thank you for the support in advance.
And you know what you should do? As you're watching, don't wait till the end of the episode before you leave a comment, okay? As you're watching, if you have a comment about a particular thing, just drop that comment. And that keeps the whole community lively, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.